What's up, you guys? ASMR Prodigy back again with another video. And in today's video, as you can tell by the title, I am recapping my NFL every division record and who made the playoffs and everything, and comparing it from what I said at the beginning of the year to what actually happened. This is a really interesting video in my opinion, and probably going to be one of my favorites. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. Okay, so the AFC East, I had projected the Bills to go 12-5, the Dolphins to go 9-8, the Pats to go 8-9, and the Jets to go 2-15. And I only had the Bills making the playoffs out of this division. And what actually happened was the Bills went 11-6 and made the playoffs, whereas I had them going 12-5. The Dolphins went 9-8, so I got that one right on the money. The Pats went 10-7 instead of me having them at 8-9, and they made the playoffs, so good for them. I didn't think the Pats would be honestly as good as they were. Jets went 4-13, and I had them at 2-15, so I was only 2 games off, but Jets sucked, so I got that right. Next up, the AFC West. I'm gonna say this right now. I was writing all this stuff down, getting all the information. I was very close, like actually scary close on a lot of divisions. So the AFC West, I had the Chiefs, the Raiders, and the Chargers all making the playoffs. I had the Chiefs going for 13-4, the Raiders going 10-7, the Chargers going 10-7, the Broncos going 7-10. The Chiefs went 12-5 instead of 13-4, so I only missed by 1 game. I got the playoffs right on that one. Raiders went 10-7, and I had them going 10-7 and making the playoffs, so I hit everything there. The Chargers went 9-8 and didn't make the playoffs, and I had them going 10-7 and making the playoffs. And the Broncos went 7-10, and I had them going 7-10. So I didn't miss by much on that division right there. Next up, AFC North. This is my biggest fumble, and I could not tell you what I was thinking. I had the Browns going 11-6 and making the playoffs. I had the Ravens going 11-6 and making the playoffs. I had the Bengals going 8-9 and the Steelers going 7-10. The Browns and the Ravens both went 8-9 and didn't make the playoffs, so I missed horribly there. The Bengals went 10-7 and won the division. So good for the Bengals. I'm glad that they played really well. The Steelers went 9-7-1 and squeaked into the playoffs, and I had them going 7-10. So I really had this division flipped upside down and just missed everywhere. Next up, the AFC South. I had the Titans making the playoffs and going 11-6. I had the Colts going 9-8 without making the playoffs. I had the Texans going 4-13, excuse me, and I had the Jaguars going 2-15. The Titans went 12-5 and made the playoffs, so they did better by 1 game than I projected. The Colts went 9-8, and I had them going 9-8. The Texans went 4-13, and I had them going 4-13. The Jags went 3-14, and I had them going 2-15. So I missed by 1 game on the Jags, which that's probably my best division right there, that or the AFC West, because I missed by 1 game on 2 teams in this division, which is crazy to think about. Next up, the NFC East, which I got a pleasant surprise this year watching my Eagles play. The Cowboys I had going 10-7 and making the playoffs. I had the Eagles at 2nd going 8-9. I had the Washington football team going 8-9, and I had the Giants going 3-14. The Cowboys went 12-5 and made the playoffs, so I missed by 2 games there. The Eagles went 9-8 and made the playoffs, which I missed by 2, or missed by one game on the Eagles. Not bad. Right? It's like I don't know math, I'm sorry. I had the Washington football team going 8-9 and they went 7-10. So I missed by one game there as well. And the Giants I had going 3-14 and they went 4-13. So I missed by one game there as well. So honestly, even though I missed on all those, didn't get one record correct. They were all within one game, except the Cowboys were in two. But NFC West, I had the Rams winning it at 14-3 and making the playoffs. Obviously, I had the Cardinals at 11-6 and making the playoffs. I had the 49ers at 10-7 and making the playoffs, and I had Seattle at 8-9. The Rams went 12-5 and made the playoffs, so they were 2 games worse than I projected. The Cardinals went 11-6 and made the playoffs, and I had them projected at 11-6. The 49ers went 10-7 and made the playoffs, and I had them projected at 10-7. So I hit 2 exact records on a tough NFC West division. And then I had Seattle going 8-9 and they went 7-10. So I only missed by one game there, which is honestly surprising because I thought Seattle was super bad this year. But I guess they were only 3 games under 500. Next up, the NFC North. I had the Packers going 12-5 and winning the division. I had the Vikings going 9-8 and making the playoffs. I had the Lions going 6-11, and I had the Bears going 4-13. This is probably my worst division just because of that Lions pick. Green Bay finished 13-4 and made the playoffs, obviously. So I had them projected one game worse than what they actually did. The Vikings went 8-9, which is also a 1-game swing, and didn't make the playoffs. The Lions went 3-13-1, and I had them going 6-11. That's a pretty bad miss. And the Bears went 6-11, and I had them projected at 4-13. So I missed by 2 games there. And last division, we have NFC South. I missed really bad on one pick here, but I feel like I made up for it with a couple other ones. I had the Bucks winning, obviously, at 13-4, and they went 13-4 and won the division. Next up, I had the Saints going 9-8, and they went 9-8. And third, I had the Panthers going 9-8, and they went 5-12. That's probably my worst miss. I know I've said that before this video, but that's like a 4-game swing. That's probably my worst miss. And last I had the Falcons going 4-13 and they went 7-10. Good for the Falcons. They did a lot better than I thought, and they honestly had a chance to make the playoffs, but they choked at the end of the year. So they could have really made that a bad pick for me. But okay, now I think I'm gonna go over all the playoff teams and see which ones I got right and which ones I got wrong. So for the AFC, I had the Bills, Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers, Browns, Ravens, and Titans all in the playoffs. And I got the Bills right. I got the Chargers wrong. I got the Chiefs right. I got the Raiders right. I got the Browns and Ravens wrong. And I got the Titans right. So I have the Browns and Ravens instead of Bengals, Steelers, and I have the Chargers instead of the Patriots. For the NFC, I got the Cowboys right. I got the Rams, the Cardinals, and the 49ers right. I got Green Bay right. And I got the Vikings wrong. And I got the Buccaneers right. So really, in the NFC, I just showed less personal favorite team bias towards the Eagles and chose the Vikings over them. If I would have took the Eagles, then I would have got the entire NFC playoff picture right, which is kind of crazy to think, because I know prior to what I've said in my previous previous video about the Eagles' record projection. At the beginning of the year, I saw them going 10-7 or 9-8, and they went 9-8. So I like to pat myself on the back for that, but apparently in my video I said they were going 8-9. But I guess off camera I must have just did it myself and said 10-7 or 9-8. And the funniest thing about this is, I don't want to sound, you guys probably think I'll make this up or something, but when I was looking at the Eagles schedule, like prior to preseason, maybe I was like, oh yeah, we could definitely go 10-7 or 9-8, but I think the very last game of the year against Dallas is going to decide whether we go 10-7 or 9-8. And that's exactly what happened. That's literally the same exact scenario of what happened. And obviously, if you watch that game, you know the Eagles didn't play their starters. And we were still kind of shelling the Dallas defense with our practice squad offense. Now, defensive side, that's a whole different issue. Our backup defense is very, very bad. But our offense looked pretty good. I'm not going to lie, Jason Huntley looked really good, and he's been practice squad his whole life. So, anyways, guys, that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed. This took quite a bit of time to go through all my old video and write down every single, like, as you can see, I wrote down every single team, their record, and what they actually did. So this took a little bit of time, so if you guys could leave a like or a comment or whatever, interact with this video, that would make me happy. Yeah, that's really all I got for you guys. I appreciate you guys coming out and checking out this video. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one.